Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel and welcome to Skull and Bones. Yes, it is finally out of the NDA and I can now show you the game. I had access to the beta over the weekend and I'm excited to show you the new game and all its features. So leave a like and subscribe and let's dive deep into the depths. First thing I want to discuss is the visuals. They are stunning. I mean, if you have a good graphics card, that is. Mine is about medium standard. It runs okay, mostly thanks to this adaptive frame rate option that you can see on the screen now. Comparing this to Sea of Thieves, the visuals are much more realistic, but they do have their quirks. They are very similar to Assassin's Creed, probably Valhalla and Odyssey I would say, but that isn't entirely great, as there's some quite odd faces and hair. For example, this guy on the boat. Let's move on to sound. Music in the game is great. I haven't heard too much, but listen to this. The dialogue of the crew in combat is also perfect. It shows off the different speaking peoples of the time in the East, and I love that historical accuracy. There are so many accents and that is really great. Voiceover is great as well. Honestly, so far I've been blown away by it. It is very impressive. That leads me on to the main story cutscenes. They are dramatic and brilliant, and they're really well voiced and well played out, super realistic, and it pulls you in, and that is a real big win for me. So sailing is just like all Ubisoft games. They have a very special sailing mechanic in all their games, and it is no different here in Skull and Bones. The character is the controller of the ship, but you don't control the character directly. Once you embark, then the ship is all you. No handling certain aspects of the ship like in Sea of Thieves, such as the sails or the anchor. Some people won't like this, but I think people who want to be more tactical and less boardy, you know who you are, Sea of Thieves players, will love this aspect of the game, and it works really well. Where the game lets itself down though is on the on-foot sequences. They are instanced on islands and there is no hand-to-hand combat that I have seen, and that is a real shame. There should be at least some combat just to show it off. After all, they specialise in this, don't they? Poor showing. However, the on-foot actions are quite cool. The environments are amazing and there is plenty to do. There's lots of shops and customization and emotes as well. Combat is really cool. You can use the spyglass to pick your enemy and then roll up with your cannons and aim for the weak spots. You can also defend by bracing as well, though I do say the game so far has seemed a bit spammy. I mean, let's watch this clip. Storage is handled really well. It is all stored on the ship when you capture it, but it weighs something and really affects the ship's speed and handling. And if you need a quick retreat, you may need to drop your loot. So there's no more Red Seas for me. I'm just joking, I don't Red Sea. There is also a warehouse feature where you can store your items, and that is really awesome if you've got goods that are quite valuable and you don't want to lose them to other players. Progression is really cool. It is based on the new infamy mechanic, which means the more plundering you do, the more you'll earn, and that is pretty awesome. I mean, who doesn't want to plunder their way to the top? The mechanic, as you go on, will earn you more and more goods and unlock better weapons and ships. And that brings me to cosmetics, as cosmetics in the game are so far not much to choose from, but you can customize your ship, your pirate and your crew with various different themes. I will imagine they'll operate the same way as all the games at the moment with their pay to get the coolest stuff policy, such as Call of Duty and Sea of Thieves and other games. And I'd expect to see the Jackdaw in there as well, and Altair and Ezio outfits from the Assassin's Creed games, which Ubisoft love to put in every single one. So far, enemies come in two types, animals and ships. The animals are easily killed with spears, and the ships with all sorts of hellfire. The ships range from small merchants to huge man of wars, and they are not easy to pick fights with, so choose your fights wisely. If you manage to sink a few ships belonging to a faction, they will call you out and start attacking you on sight, and eventually start hunting you down. So be aware of who you pick a fight with, as you may not like it. There's a lot of different weapon types here. You have cannons, long cannons, mortar, and torpedoes. Yes, torpedoes, and much more. I haven't really managed to get much more than the cannons yet, so I'm really interested to see which is the coolest and eventually build a meta to take down the biggest ships. So far, I can see there's around 10 ship types you can have at the start of the game. From the smallest ship, the Bedar or Badar, I don't know how you pronounce it, to sloops and brigs and various galleon style ships, each containing more weapons and more hit points. However, some are built for speed, some are built to tank, and some are built for damage, so you'll have to find the right fit for you. This about does it for this video though, so I hope you enjoyed some of the gameplay and a quick breakdown of how I think the beta is going. And I really hope that they can iron some out of these minor issues, but overall I think this is going to be a real contender for the Sea of Thieves crown. Let me know in the comments there what you think of the game. Did you get access to the beta? Plus let me know if you want to see more by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you on the seas very soon. Bye.